My ideas come from, I suppose, what I suddenly connect with. So I'm at a christening on Sunday and the vicar gets up and sternly says to everybody in the congregation, "Now will you please make sure your mobiles are off?" And then he stared again and said, "No, I mean that. Make sure your mobiles are off." And everyone, "Ooh." And he said, "Well, I was a copper for 30 years. What do you expect?" And you go, whoa, there's a character, there's a story. And every day is like that. Every day brings you a story or a character. And some days bring you a really big idea. And there is no pattern and no predictability, which is why life is fabulous, because you open a paper, you talk to every person you meet in your life is an interesting person with a story. And I don't mean that crassly, just something they might say will trigger something amazing. And so really there is no answer, because people often say, you live in a tiny Cotswold village with 30 houses, how do you write about murder? And of course, you know, a lot of what a writer does is research, because you have this passport into another world where you're digging and finding out material that you can use for story, but ultimately you're writing about yourself and the people you know. You're just dressing it up and fueling it with that exterior material, but actually it's in you. That's where it's coming from. And baby writers need to remember that, because you don't have to be a glamorous, exciting person to find your material, and anyone can find out about a murder, and anyone can feel the emotions, as one does as a writer, of what any scenario like that might be.